Hey guys, welcome, welcome.
Hi,
Welcome back to
everybody.
the Psychic Shari live stream. We're Sherry Klein, and uh, we are here until the power goes out.
Yeah.
we we're both located in the greater Indianapolis area, which is being pelted by thunderstorms and tornado watches throughout the video. That's where when they're going to hit. So
Right.
see how long we can go.
And yeah, and I have my phone on. Normally I shut my phone off.
Yeah,
And so when we hear, because somebody's bound to text me or call me, so
yeah.
it'll,
And you may see me do this on occasion. I'm checking the radar
yeah,
to
and
see
I'll
where
be
the
checking on
tornadoes
my
are at.
radar. Yeah, because if I see my tree swirling around like in the Wizard of Oz, I'm shooting for the bathroom. So,
Yeah, really. So
uh,
it should be eventful. We'll see. We'll
yeah.
see how it goes. But you know what? The weather people they tend to go a little overboard sometimes, and
And
um,
yeah, you just never really know. I mean,
no,
it can,
you don't.
so
So anyway, that's what we'll be thinking about tonight. As Sherry's giving her readings. Um,
yeah.
Sherry, how's your rest of your week? Doing all right?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Still working on it, getting this. They're going to start the remodel on the in the bathrooms Friday, so I'm always
Friday.
getting nervous. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then I've had an ear infection, so I do feel better. But man, they get to me. They make me really dizzy and tired, and
All
so.
right.
How
Well,
about you? Anything exciting?
no, not really.
Oh,
Got the same old stuff, you know.
well,
Going to the gym, working out. I'm going to a new gym. I switched gyms
oh,
a couple
that's
of
kind of
weeks. Yeah, the other one was
fun.
getting a little trashy. So I went to got a new one, and it's really nice.
Oh,
Nice
that's
place.
fun.
Has one of those hydro massage, two of those hydro massage chairs. It's very nice. So you should try
Like
them.
a massage, like you just lay in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
it's like
fun.
it's not like the vibrating chairs that you sit in at the mall. It's like it feels like they're like water jets coming up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it feels really good. So you should
Huh.
try that. So, all right, enough of us.
Yeah.
We are here for all these people wanting a read. We've got a lot of people here, and hopefully we can get to most of them.
Yeah, we got a
We'll
lot.
see how things go.
Yeah.
Our last live stream really took off, and so I think we got a lot of renewed interest. So we'll see how far we go. Okay, let me do the preface here. Sherry's going to give some general readings only, no questions. Won't be addressing any specific questions today. She'll be tapping into your higher self and the spirit guides to share things they want you to know. So not necessarily about you asking them questions, it's them telling you what they need you to know. If you do have a specific question, or on the off chance we don't get to your reading because we've got an hour and a half, sometimes that's not too enough. If we don't get your reading, then after the show's over in the comments section, type your specific question down or type your request for a reading, and Sherry will respond to your question or give you a reading right after the show tonight. So you'll get a reading. Either it'll be live or it'll be through the comments. Okay. Now, these general readings do take a little longer than just the question and answers. So, of course, we will get to as many as possible. But sometimes Sherry can get down into a rabbit hole and I have to pull her out. So we'll
Especially
see how things
after
go.
about 45 minutes or an hour in, I
Yeah, I
start
can
getting
tell when
loopy,
you get a little
looping
loopy.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of things now for the newbies. If you have a username that does not include your first name, then in your request for the reading, put your first name down there. That way we can refer to you as your first name rather than just some generic YouTube name. And also, if you want a reading, actually put you would like a reading down. A lot of people just type, "Hi, Bob and Sherry." We'll say hi back, but that's not really giving us your permission for Sherry to give you a reading. All right, I think I've said my piece.
Yeah, my phone's
Ready?
already going off. Did you hear?
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Uh-oh. Well, let's get going then.
Yeah.
Um, First one tonight, Rosalie.
All right. Let's just see what we've got going on here. I love her spirit team. The first thing that comes up is they're showing me rabbit ears, and they're going. So what spirit? I'm asking spirit because I can carry on a conversation with two people at once, and they're saying that of course she's going to start to really hear things for the way that they're meant to be heard. When they take me down through her timeline, they're showing me a lot of times people might say something to her and she might take it the wrong way, almost like it's a dig or a left-handed compliment. And a lot of times they're showing me that might not have been the case. So, what spirit is going to have come up for you several times here in the next couple of weeks is you're going to start to really hear things for the way they are. And we love the way you're going to really be able to just stand in your power and use your words and come back with, if you think somebody's rubbed you the wrong way or they pushed your buttons, then you can throw the ball back in their court. So we see where you're going to get a lot of opportunities like this. One thing too, real quick, boy, these are coming in quick, is it feels like we've got a lady coming in from the spirit world who had diabetes, and might be an aunt. Not quite for sure. She stands on the right side, which would be connected with your mother's energy. But she comes in and is talking about the food that you eat and working on trying to less is more is what she's saying, and she's talking about any kind of sugar. So that's what comes up for you. You know what? I'm going to turn my phone off, Bobby,
Go
because
ahead and turn it off. Yeah.
yeah, because this is just going to keep going. I mean,
'Cause,
it's just never going to stop.
yeah, I'll monitor the weather, and if there's something going on, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because this is just. Oh, wait a minute. You'd think I'd know how to turn my
you
phone off.
just took a picture of yourself.
Why am I not turning my phone off? Why is it not working? Am
Well,
I
you can just
pushing?
turn the volume down.
Oh, oh no. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna. There. I never really shut my phone off. I do it all the time, and isn't it weird? Huh, I must really be in spirit already. So you're gonna have to start digging
All
me
right.
out of those rabbit holes
Yeah.
sooner than what we think.
Yeah. Okay, Elise. Hope that helped you. From the Netherlands, Elise.
Okay.
Now we have Kathy Macy. Always first or second in
Yep.
line.
Came second today, Kathy. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Instantly, they show me a wonderful smile on your face. I love when I see smile on people's face, which tells me good news is coming. Um, they always seem to kind of throw me into her work arena. And we kind of like this in the job. We've got good news. I don't know if you've applied for a new job or if you're getting a raise. There's something here that we really like. And we feel like that you will like it too. They instantly show me cement on your feet, which tells me that this job feels like that it's might be around for a while, and that you like your position, and that it seems like you like the people that you work with. Thank you. They show me your arm kind of like that, which tells me new friends, new friendships, and going out doing things with your friends. Try to go out, break the mold, break the chain is what your team is saying. So it's so easy to get into where we feel like a robot. I do that. I do the same thing. I get up and they're saying they call it break the mold. So force yourself out of your comfort zone and go out and maybe do things after work. If nobody invites you, maybe you could invite someone. So that's kind of what comes up for Kathy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good message. Let's move on to Lily. I can't remember what her actual name is.
Okay. All right. Let's
Leah?
get in here and see
Leah?
what we've got going on here. Your spirit team's funny. Normally they'll show me like rocks and lifting up rocks when people are doing like some soul searching, some inner child work. But they showed me you like pulling up carpet. So I'm kind of asking spirit what's going on here because they're really pulling me into her where she lives. Um, Thank you. I don't know if you've ever saged in where you live, but they're talking about saging maybe, and we like that to kind of clear some of the energy in the house or apartment wherever you live. They're just saying maybe sage things. And I'm really drawn into, they're showing me there might be some work maybe that needs to be done. And literally, they show me lifting up carpet too. So there might be a little bit of a remodeling, maybe getting a few new things to spruce up the place. If you're like me, I buy one thing and then it's like I remodel an entire room. But I'm really drawn just into the room where you're sleeping at. And this is where we would clear the energy because it feels like there's a lot going on there as far as energy. We would try to turn off all the electronics. I know a lot of people like to sleep with the cell phone right by their head. The less EMFs and electronics that you can get in your bedroom, the better we like that. And again, we would sage the energy. And when you buy something, especially if it's from a antique store or used, we would always sage that. And that goes for anybody. Kind of sage it because it will hold the energy of the previous owner. So that's what comes up for Lily.
Okay. Hope that helped you, Lily. Now we move to Gary.
All right. Hi, Gary. Let's see what we've got going on here just a bit. I'm really drawn. I'm kind of scanning your aura, and they stop me like right here at the neck and kind of at the back of the neck here. Everybody always talks about the 7 chakras, but a lot of times spirit will draw me to this back, right in the back of your head. And I love that. That's, to me, is called the mouth of God. And that is just really opening up for you. You must have a wonderful dialogue with God and the angels because it's just really coming online. Sometimes when we get our chakras, when one gets really out of balance, it can kind of throw things off. So it feels like this one in the back of your head is a lot bigger than the other 7. So what I like to do is even in the shower, I just kind of go like this. And I like them to be the size of a bowling ball all the way down and even kind of do it around the back of your neck and then kind of drop it down. That might help because I don't want to say it's too open, but it does feel a lot bigger than the other ones. And that can kind of throw you off. It might give you headaches. It can mess with a lot of make it maybe feel dizzy. Like what is that called, Bobby? The equilibrium?
Equilibrium, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that might be off too. So that's what they're saying, kind of, and just envision, that all of them are the same size. You can do it in all different ways. But that is what comes up for you, Gary. So with it being that open, it tells me you must have a wonderful dialogue with God and the angels. So that's what comes up for Gary.
Okay. Let's move on. I cannot remember the first name here. Let's just say Laney.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Ms. Laney, I guess.
Okay. That's good enough for me. All right. Let's see what we've got going on here. They're showing me glasses. I don't know if you wear glasses. You're fixing to get some new ones. Because they showed me your glasses kind of like that, like they were off kilter. So sometimes it might mean that you're going to get, you need reading glasses, something about the eyes here that's coming up. Of course, we're no doctor, but that's what we see is maybe some new glasses or maybe reading glasses, things of this nature. They're also showing me your spirit team is asking you to kind of write things down, the wonderful ideas that come up in your head, write them down. Because it feels like you're starting to get pulled into a different direction, but you maybe don't know what it is. that feeling is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. But it feels like your spirit team is going to give you some breadcrumbs, so to speak, some things that they're going to impress your mind with ideas and things. And that's what they're saying is to write down, because it feels like the more you do, you'll start to see a pattern. You'll start to see where spirit is wanting you to go. Doesn't mean you have to go that way, but it is your higher self and your spirit team trying to guide you, because they know what you want, into the right direction. Because it feels like that your life is getting ready to take a little bit of a turn. And we're going to say a turn for the better. You know, sometimes things can happen and it can be a series of unfortunate events. It doesn't feel like that with her. It feels like the turn and they almost call it an unexpected turn, is going to be kind of for the better. Take you down a different avenue, take you down to where it's a little bit more adventure in your life. You might have been thrown, might have had to deal with a lot of maybe sadness or obstacles, we're going to say. It's almost as if now your road is going to pan out a little bit, and things are going to calm down, and we see you, the black cloud, so to speak, is kind of moving past you. So that's a good reading. We like the energy that I'm getting from that, from your guides. So that's
Okay.
what comes up for Miss Laney. Miscellany.
Okay, now let's go to Miss Carrie. What do you have for
Okay,
her?
Miss Carrie, let's see what we've got going on here. It's funny. Of course, spirit will always show me like cords. Feels like somebody's just kind of pulling you back, and you just turn around and just snap it. And it's like you're no nonsense. You're going to get to where you're not going to take crap from people. You're just cut and dry. And if people are wishy-washy or people hem haul around, you're just like, you know what? Let's cut to the chase. And it feels like I want to almost say, going to get disgusted with people, because a lot of people, they'll play mind games or they don't really say what they're thinking. It's like you're just like cut and dry. Come on, let's spit it out. What do you got to say? And they just say you're going to put up with no nonsense. Doesn't mean you're going to be like this the rest of your life, but it's just the energy that's coming around you. And when you do that, it's kind of, it just is a little bit freeing for you, and you like it. So, and you get to the point a lot quicker. That way you can get more things done, because they're saying time's a ticking. They're cautioning you to try to do too many things at once. So if you can kind of mark some of the things off of your calendar and try not to overdo it, because it feels like you might be able to handle it now, but you're not going to be able to handle a whole bunch of things for much longer, or else it's going to start to wreak havoc in all areas of your life. So that's what comes up for Carrie.
Okay, let's move on to Charlotte.
Okay. Hi, Charlotte. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. First thing they show me with Charlotte is up on a platform. And they said she would be really good at whatever it is that you would have to say. It's like you could draw an audience around you. And they say that there's words inside of you that people are willing to listen to. And it's so funny. I heard him say even pay for. So I don't know if you do any type of teaching. I'm really drawn into the arena of some sort of spiritual work. We hope you've been taking notes or even thinking about maybe writing a book, because they're showing me some of the things that you have experienced throughout your lifetime and the way that you've navigated through them. People would be very interested in hearing how you did that. That's why they show me you standing up on a platform where I just see everybody staring at you, where a pin could drop. They want to hear how you navigated through things, and even maybe through writing or podcasts, things of this nature. Um, doesn't mean you've got everything figured out. Sometimes the best teachers are the ones who, you know, have walked through the fire. And even, you know, it's always continuous. I'm always learning, learning, learning. And that's what they say with you, is that you love to teach. I don't know if that's come up for you yet, but that's what comes all in your aura. We love the aura too. It really is really big. Aura is the energetic field around people. When people are quiet like a little church mouse, their aura, it seems real close to them. But some people, you know, the ones that are really charismatic, and it doesn't mean her aura is way out there all the time, because it adjusts, it comes in and out. But for the most part, she's very charismatic. She probably has people that come up to her, wants to strike conversations with her because of the energy that she puts out.
Okay.
So that's the message for you, Charlotte.
Okay. And as always, our biggest cheerleader. Thank you once again, Charlotte, for helping people see the light
Yeah.
and subscribe to the show. Let's move on to Antonia,
Okay.
a newbie here.
All right, let's see. They start at the top of the head and they drop me into the throat chakra. Feels like that there might be one or more people around you that might be trying to take advantage of you to where you're going to have to use your voice. It feels like there's one person around you where you might, okay, I'm going to draw the line in the sand, and then the person might do something, and then you erase the line, and then you move it back and say, okay, now this is really the line. So Spirit is saying, stand in your power. The more that you do that, the more that people will respect you. And again, it feels like just one person that's either in your energy now or getting ready to come in your energy, where you're really going to have to put your foot down. There's also, the minute I said you're going to have to put your foot down, we are drawn into a little bit more of your energy. Somehow, some way, Spirit is telling me that it feels like you might have big shoes that you need to fill. And it feels like that there's a lot of things in your life that you want to accomplish, and it might feel overwhelming to you at this point. But your spirit team is urging you to just take life one day at a time and try to do the best that you can do. And the only person you have to be better than is the person that you were yesterday. So that's what they're saying with you, is just take baby steps. And we see where whatever big shoes that you feel like you have to fill, a lot of big dreams can be accomplished, and it's not going to be done overnight. It's going to be a series of events. So they're saying have patience. So that's what comes up for this individual.
All right, Antonia, I hope it helped. Veronica, welcome back.
Hi, Veronica. I always love that name. And every Wednesday I do a girl, but she goes by Ronnie, but her name's Veronica. I always love that name. First thing that comes up for Veronica, again, here we are, still in the footprints. You know, I love Spirit, how they'll piggyback some of the messages. Only her footprints are in sand. And your spirit team is asking you, we hope that you have some sort of a vacation planned. And if you can get to where your feet are in the sand or get out in the sunshine, the better off we like it. On the flip side of that, they're impressing me. There's this poem, I think, called Footprints, where, you know what I'm talking about, Bobby, where they pray and they say, Lord, help me. I don't see you helping me because I'm only seeing one set of footprints in the sand, and it's because I'm holding you. That's what comes up for her. Gosh, I almost want to cry in her energy. Like my heart, it's like God and the angels are all coming around you, and they are helping you, helping lift your spirits, because it feels like, we all get to where we get down on ourselves. And the Spirit is just coming in, that God and the angels are all coming in to help lift you up and um, they're just asking you not to be so hard on yourself. They want you to be your biggest cheerleader and watch your thoughts. And this kind of really goes for everybody, and I know it's hard, but you know, when you put yourself down, um, instantly try to stop yourself and give yourself a compliment. Because it feels like she does wonderful job. It feels like a perfectionist. Um, and they're just saying that, you know, just be footloose and fancy free. And so that's what comes up for you, Veronica. Go get out there and take a little vacation. And if you can't get to the beach, that's okay. Maybe try not to work so hard for a couple of days and let your mind turn to mush like mine does a lot. I'm good at letting my mind just really turn to mush. So that's what comes
Yeah.
up for you, Veronica.
I have no comment on
You don't have to. I can read your mind.
that. Okay, I hope that helped you, Veronica. And let's go to Christina. What do you have for her?
All right, Christina, let's see what we've got. Boy, instantly, I just love the energy. Boom, they just show me kind of her face. Of course, I don't know what she looks like, but it just beautiful light out beaming from you. And your spirit team wants me to tell you and your higher self that they're so proud of you because you have really come a long way. Some of the cards that you have been dealt weren't very good hands. But they're just telling me that you have navigated through them. And as you get older, you don't jump down the rabbit holes well, we all kind of do, but they're saying you jump down, but you don't stay there very long like you used to. Your spirit team says she's really matured in that way. And you're starting to realize that there's more to this. There's so much more in this world and out in the stars and the moon and all of the ETs. You might even start to get drawn into, you know, being drawn more into astrology or into the extraterrestrials, which we love, don't we, Bobby? I
Yeah.
do. Bobby always is like, whatever. But yeah, I just love that. And it's kind of switching gears. Can't wait to see that movie that's come out.
Disclosure Day, yeah.
Yeah, I always call it First Contact. I don't know why, but
I don't know. That's a Star Trek movie.
uh, but there might be where she might find herself, Christina. You might find yourself getting drawn more into stuff like that because and the unknown and with the ghost and fairies and all that. It just feels like a book is going to open for you and all of this stuff is coming out and you're just going to maybe read a little about this and a little about that, but you just find it fascinating. So that's what we see coming up for Christina is they call it all that magic. So I love it. And the more that you do that, like when you really think, oh, I love the ETs and the ghost or the spirits or whatnot, that's when you have paranormal things start to happen because then you're open to it. Then you can start to see more. And that's what we say, that's when the magic starts, or what we call magic. I do. I love stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, unless it
Okay.
scares me, you know, a lot of it does kind of scare
Yeah.
me sometimes. But
Sometimes, yeah. Your your haunted house that you went to in Vegas.
yeah,
That was fun, huh?
yeah, some things are best left alone, you
Yeah.
know.
Right. Mahila.
Mahela,
Mahila.
we do that every time. We're gonna,
I thought she said she wanted a massage. That's a message,
you're
not
reading
massage.
like me.
Well, I have these progressives, and sometimes,
I do
if I'm
too.
trying
I
to
can't
look
see
up,
anything. I
I
mean,
can't see anything. Yeah.
I can't see with them. I don't even know why I wear them. All right, so let's see what we've got coming up here for her. All right. One thing that Spirit is showing is um, we're- they're wanting a little bit more spice, I guess, in your life. They're saying kind of spice things up. It just feels like they're kind of taking me all the way back to a little child who's kind of just sitting there by themselves, kind of just playing, you know, I don't know why they keep showing me sand. Just kind of playing like with sand or by yourself. And they're saying your spirit team is asking you the more the merrier. The more, if you can get around people more, they like that for you. Maybe plan it, have people come to your house, or if anybody invites you to do anything, even if it doesn't really strike your fancy, they said go on and do it. Just to get out and mix and mingle. Even maybe go to a shopping mall, anything where you're around people. So that's kind of what comes up for you. They're also showing me, I don't know if you have a car, but they're showing me some kind of work that needs to be done on a car. Nothing worse than, to me, well, there is a lot worse, but like having car issues, it's
Yeah.
so expensive, and then especially if you don't know what it is. So that might be a little something in store, but when I ask Spirit, why are you showing me that? They're just saying that if there is car issues, it's not going to be as bad as what you think. Either your car or else you'll be with someone who's having car issues. So I'm asking Spirit, why would you even show me that? But they're telling me that there are things sometimes in the aura, I know I've talked about this, that are kind of like right there. And so many things, and we don't want to get off on too long of a tangent. Every situation that we can possibly think of has already happened. And then we kind of get there by our vibration. And so that's kind of what they're talking about with her. If we always think, uh-oh, something bad's going to happen, then chances are we're going to kind of jump timelines, or we're going to vibrate at that, and then it might attract things that happen that might be a little more negative or fearful. So that's kind of what they're saying with her. Watch the thoughts. When you find yourself in that fear mode, kind of switch it up and just fake it and just replace it with something you're happy or grateful for. And I know that's hard. And we're not talking about when really negative things happen, like somebody dies, or of course you're going to be sad. We're just talking about these random thoughts. We have how many, 60,000 thoughts a day. And so the majority of them, I would say for most people, are really probably not all super happy, not that all of
Mm,
them are going to be, but it just is what they're, if we're going to pinpoint this message, is we're going to say, watch the fearful thoughts, because that will attract things that might be, come up that are fearful, like, uh-oh, the car's broke down, or whatever, we need to
yeah.
get a ride here. So that's what comes up.
Okay. All right. I hope that helped you, Mahila. Huh. And now we move to Beatrice. What do you have
All
for
right.
her?
Okay. Hi, Beatrice. Let's see what we've got going on here. Your spirit team is asking you to take time and smell the roses. They're showing maybe not so much physical work, but it's almost mentally. It feels like the mind is always in overdrive and in the worry mode. Maybe it be for you, maybe it be for other people. And they're just saying take time to let your mind rest a bit. You could do, watch movies that aren't, murder, death, kill, but, fun movies. Something to where the mind can just calm down and maybe not worry so much. Maybe even take some salt baths or work on your breathing, because they're kind of showing me at nighttime too, it might even be hard for the mind to shut down. So the breathing technique would really come in handy, they're saying. And even a salt bath. We love like the salt baths. It cleanses the energetic body, and it can even help with toxins too. So that's what comes up for Beatrice, is to try to just, we're the only one that can control our thoughts. So that's what comes up for Beatrice.
Okay. I hope that helps you. And now we move to Nick.
All right, Nick, let's see what we've got going on here. I don't know if they're showing me like his arm is kind of hooked to somebody. we love dancing for you. Whether you dance in front of people or not, there's something to be said for dancing for
Uh-huh.
you and music. I love to dance. Uh, Dancing is really good. It helps move the energy in your body. And let me guess, Bobby, you don't dance.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen you dance. Um, it's really good. And they're saying music. We love music for this for Nick, and uh, everything about music and the tones. It's like a meditation for him. And walking, being outside, that's wonderful too. Um, I know a lot of times Spirit says, "Oh, don't listen to anything." With them, they're almost saying, with him, Spirit's almost saying the opposite. If you can be outside and listen to music and be outside at the same time, they love that for you. And even if you could write music, I don't know if he's ever tried that or ever played an instrument, but I'm really drawn into this arena for him. Um, and again, the dancing. So again, that helps with the stuck energy in the body, especially in the neck. I'm kind of really drawn to the neck. He holds a lot of energy and stress in the neck and in the upper shoulders. And so, of course, people do yoga, things of this nature, but that's what comes up for Nick is to get out and um, go dancing on top of a tabletop if you want. So.
Yeah. Okay. How about Kellyanne?
All right, Kellyanne, let's see what we've got going on here. Instantly, they showed me fishing, and it's like um, maybe you're fishing for a love relationship, or maybe you'd like some new friends. Um, we all have acquaintances that are okay, but we know they're not going to really be a good friend. And some people you really hit it off with. And they're kind of showing me her fishing and she pulls in little fish, which means this might be someone maybe she just dates, or maybe somebody that is coming in as a friend, but just maybe like an acquaintance. But I see a whole bunch of these new people coming in her energy, especially like in the next 3 to 4 months. And so, and here it comes. We see out of this, there's going to be a wonderful relationship, whether it be a love relationship or a wonderful friendship, but it feels like it will be very lasting relationship. Um, and they are showing me water. It is a little rocky, so she might be going through an emotional time right now. Um, and that's okay. It doesn't feel like it's a hurricane or anything traumatic. It's just a little bit of emotions. When emotions come up, when something outside has not triggered it, um, that's that's when we do our best learning. That's where our soul can really evolve. And so stick with that feeling, the emotion for a bit, and then keep asking why is this coming up? The more you ask why, it like takes you further and further and further, and it gets you closer to the point of existence, is what your spirit team says. Um, so many things go back to maybe the fear of abandonment, um, or whatever. But abandonment issues really come up for Kelly. That's the only thing I can come up with because that's what they're showing me. So that might kind of come up for you is feeling left out or the abandonment issues, but it feels like it might have came from childhood. So that's what we see coming up for you. And the more that when you work with it, it's just so empowering when you can finally feel like you have control for the most part over emotions. So that's what we see coming up for Kelly, a series of events. We got new friends coming in and new relationships, and some of them might push your buttons, you know, and then that can be more opportunities for you to learn how to uh, work with your emotions. So that's what comes up for Kelly.
Okay. Well, I hope that helps you, Kelly. Let's move to Polly.
All right, let's see what we've got here, Polly. They're instantly showing me on a typewriter. Old school, could be computer, I guess, Irene. And you're writing things, and then you're like, oh no. And then it's like you want to erase it, and then you're like, oh, come on, let's do this, let's do that. Your spirit team, what they're showing me is there might be something that you want to do, but don't try to talk yourself out of it until you think you have everything figured out. Because if you're waiting for that, then you're never going to move forward. They say it feels like there's something that she wants to do, some sort of an adventure, something different that's kind of pushing her out of her comfort zone. And what they're saying is just do it. And then if something comes up, then figure it out then. Instead of trying to come up with everything that can possibly go wrong and have the answers, because that's not going to happen. So that's what they're saying is push yourself into the unknown. Put yourself into unfamiliar territory, and it will help you to expand. And the more you expand, the more confidence you'll have. The more confidence you have, then it just feels like you keep moving forward and forward. And this feels like this is in the work arena. So I don't know if you're wanting, I'm really drawn into where you might want to start your own business at some point. Or if you do already have your own business, maybe expanding it. Doesn't mean if you have a regular job that you just quit and jump into that. You know, you can always do it, you know, a little.
Did your tree just blow away?
It is. I looked and I thought, great Scott. It's like just like flip it around, but it's okay now. But yeah, it caught my eye. So yeah, so that's what comes up for Polly.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt the reading with Polly.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
We
I
got
mean,
for
if it
those
gets
that missed
really
it.
bad and you see me flip the computer up and I start running, I'll leave it going in case, you know,
Yeah. So
hopefully something
for
won't
those
happen.
that missed the start of the show, we got some really bad storms coming through town with possible tornadoes. So we're on alert
Yeah.
as we do these readings. Let's move on to Angel.
All
What do
right,
you think for
Angel,
her?
let's see what we've got. Boy, instantly they show me with your hands. We like your hands to be busy. Um, and and that's there's a flip side to this message. Um, we love your hands to be busy, and that means we love any type of anything that's creative, whether you like to do some kind of crocheting or painting or even play piano, anything of that nature. uh, but they are cautioning you. A lot of times when we do go back through your timeline, we see where um, a lot of times you might make yourself busy to keep from feeling emotions, uh, and try to distract your mind from focusing on some of these emotions. And that's fine to a certain extent, which means you're stuffing them down, and then you can only do that for so long. And then you might have where things, emotions just come up and out at what you perceive to be for no reason at all. It's just because you can only stuff them down so far. So keep your hands busy, but if you find yourself trying to be busy to distract yourself from feeling, then that's where they're saying, you know, keep the hands still and focus on the emotions. What else do we have here? You might find yourself to where you're coming at a crossroads to where you need to make a decision because it feels like that you're not quite for sure which way to go. Your spirit team says just sit tight because one of the avenues, I guess they're saying, will make itself obvious that this is the route that you need to go. But this feels like it might be a little bit further into the future. And when we say that, it could be a couple of weeks, couple months out. But it's not, it's a pretty big decision. And that's what they're saying is don't make a rush decision. I do that so much. You know, I make these rush decisions a lot of times and then I regret it. So they're saying with her is don't do that. Just kind of sit tight and the way that you're supposed to go will be presented to you. So that's what comes up.
Okay. All right. We are about halfway through here. Um, we're going to do some alphabet messages.
Yeah.
You ready for those?
Yeah. I can't believe it's been 45 minutes. Holy
I
cow. It
know.
seems like we just got
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah. Okay. So for a lot of new people on the show, we're going to do some alphabet messages now. This is where Sherry's going to provide a spiritual message to everyone, either listening to the show right now or through a recorded version of it in the future. Works either way. Everyone watching the show right now needs to select a letter. It's either going to be A, B, or C. Now, don't think about it. It's whatever immediately popped into your head. That's the letter you're going with, because that's the letter that Spirit gave you. Not the one you think on, but the one that Spirit gave you immediately. Okay, and now so Sherry is going to provide us a spiritual message based upon that specific letter that we selected. Sherry, you ready to go?
Yep.
Okay.
All righty. Okay, so what I do is before the show, I call in my guides and then I write down what they say. So you'll see me reading it. So, all right. So for those of you who chose A, the cat energy is coming in for you. When this energy comes in and around you, this is the time to be playful, lovable, and unpredictable. A lot of people like a mystery. It keeps them guessing. And this might keep relationships from getting stale. Now, we're not talking about always play head games with everybody, you know, your friends or your lovers. Of course, there's going to be times where you have to really be open and honest. But everybody loves a surprise, a good surprise. And that's what they're saying is the part about being unpredictable. Maybe book a reservation for a restaurant or cook a favorite meal just out of the blue, just things of that nature. So the cat energy is for those who chose A. All right. So if you chose B, the dog energy is coming in for you. Now this energy is going to come around you to help you realize the people in your life who are loyal. Appreciate them and let them know that you're grateful for them. It can be lovers, it can be your friends, family, co-workers. It's always nice to know that we have somebody that has our back. Somebody who, you know, if you're in need, they help you. They'll drop what they're doing. Or even when you're not around, you know, they won't talk bad about you and they won't let others talk bad about you or say things undesirable. So we all love loyal people. So that's the energy that comes in. And you might even start to really realize that you have more loyal people around you than what you realize. All right, so for those of you who chose C, this is the mouse energy that comes in for you. You know the saying, quiet as a mouse. This will help you to observe people. And it'll help you to get a different understanding of why they act the way that they do. Especially if you can observe them when they don't think you're looking at them. That's when people's true colors can really shine, is when they might think people aren't watching them or paying attention to what they're saying. So they're saying, so just sit and observe. So that's if you chose C. So those are the alphabet messages. And so which one did you choose, Bobby?
B.
Yours
Dog.
is the dog energy, people who
Dog
are
energy.
loyal.
Yeah.
That's me. Are you
Yeah.
gonna?
Loyal
Yeah.
to me. Yeah. Some coworkers. I know some, well, ex-coworkers. Some retired now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So those are.
Do you ever pick a letter for yourself?
I picked B.
Oh, you
I
did?
do because I forget what I write down, And so as you're talking and you say pick a letter, then I pick one. I picked B.
Really? Oh,
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right, back to the readings. I know Arlene didn't ask for a reading, but she did in a subsequent message. So this is Arlene.
Okay.
Would like a reading.
All right. Let's see what we've got going on here. One thing that Spirit is showing for you is, I guess they're saying you can only do so much. And it feels like there might be drama around you or people who are wanting you to do a lot of things. And they're saying just you don't have to fill everybody's order, so to speak. They're cautioning you that you can only give what you got. Um, and take care of yourself first. When your body is the last stop. So when you start to get aches and pains, or when the body gets tired and you're like, well, I shouldn't be tired, I got plenty of sleep, then maybe if you can take a rest, take a little cat nap, because it just feels like you might be burning the candle at both ends of the stick, and you might tend to put people before you. And then, as you do that, sometimes, the more you give, the more they want. So that's kind of what we see coming up for you. Is they're saying, cautioning you, it's okay to help people, that's great, super, but just make sure that you come first, I guess is what they're saying. So that's what
Okay.
comes up for her.
All right, good. So just a reminder for everyone wanting a read today, if you do like a read, that in the chat comments, please make sure that you would like a reading, that you're requesting a reading. Those that just say hello or hi or whatever, we'll say hi back, but we won't necessarily give you a read. Sherry won't give you a reading because we don't want to invade your privacy. And maybe you don't want a reading. We want to make sure that you do before Sherry gives you a reading. And also, if you have a username that doesn't include your first name, please put that in the comment section too, so that we can refer to you at a more personal basis than just YouTube username. But like Sherry, she has a first name in her username and actually spells Sherry correctly. So how about a reading for her?
All right. That never gets old, does it,
It
Bobby?
doesn't. I just enjoyed saying that.
I know. Uh, all right. Let's see what we've got going on here. All right. Kind of threw me off. Okay, Irene, bring it back. Okay, I don't know why they're showing me a cat for you, Kathy, Sherry. And see, you threw me off, Bobby.
Uh,
You might find where might have a little stray cat that comes up and around. If you don't want this cat hanging around, we would suggest maybe not to feed it, because it does feel like that it might find a home, or else somebody might ask you if you want a cat or a kitten, something of this nature. They're just kind of showing me a cat around you. Oh, thank you, Irene. Um, I love her spirit team. Now this is fun. You know how we just did the alphabet messages, and Irene said, no, look down at A. A is the cat energy that's coming in for Sherry. Isn't that fun?
really?
That
Yeah.
is so, because I'm like, why are you showing me a cat, Irene? So, Sherry, there you go. Um, be playful, be unpredictable, and be lovable. This is in your relationships. Um, and again, they're really emphasizing on unpredictable. Everybody loves, it's like a cat and mouse chase. Or, it'd be like somebody handing you a book and telling you the last chapter. Then you're not going to read it.
Yeah.
So be a little mysterious is what they're saying in your relationships. Especially if it's in a love relationship is what they're talking about. And have fun, spice things up, they say. And again, we love music too for her. They're actually showing me, what is that called? Uh, where they have music, Bobby, you might know. I want to say On the Prairie, but that's not it. Where they have like orchestras, or not orchestras, oh, bands, but it's not like rock music. and people sit on lawn chairs, doesn't matter. We just see where she might go to places where there's music venues with other people, and it just feels like fun, and you might mix and mingle and meet some more people. That way, more friends too. So that's what comes up for Sherry, is the cat energy. That
Good.
was kind of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Uh, oh, I don't have a first name. Maybe we just call her Flower.
Okay.
Flower.
All right, let's see what we've got here. Okay. Instantly, the first thing that comes up is they are showing me that you have um, a lot of angels that are coming in and that are helping you. It feels like you might have been praying or asking for help, guidance from God, the angels, your spirit team. They want me to tell you you're not alone, and they are coming in to work with you on all different levels of your life. They can help in areas sometimes where you might not even think you need help, emotionally, mentally, physically, even financially. Um, but they're just coming in, and I'm so drawn to holy water. Um, I have a bottle over here of holy water that I like to kind of spray. I'll spray it in my mouth, or I have one in the shower. I spray it on me. So I don't know if you have any holy water, but they're just saying if you do, maybe dab some on you a little bit, um, because they're saying if you think it helps, it helps. Just like anything. If you think it's gonna, the mind is so powerful. And so that's what comes up. Um, and again, it's maybe clearing your energetic field comes up a little bit for you too. It feels like you're a magnet for a lot of energy. So whenever we're a magnet, when we get a lot of that energy in our field, it's always a good idea to clear it. So work on it however it is you do it. Clear your energetic field, your aura, and then fill it back up with what you want. So that's what comes up for Flower, Beauty, Peacock, Rainbow. Oh.
All right. Let's see what we've got here. Well, I know you like this username, Mangled Unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jax. What do you
Okay.
have for Jax?
All right, let's see what we've got going on here. They're cautioning you to slow down a little bit, because it feels like um, sometimes when they're showing me on a horse, and you're on a horse that does not have a saddle, and this horse is just kind of going, all over the place, and almost like you can't control it. So they're cautioning you about things in your life, kind of slow down a little bit. Uh, don't put the cart before the horse, of course, but to slow things down a bit, because when we go really fast, that gives us more opportunity for mistakes, or um, not being able to really enjoy life so much. And we also don't want to be an autopilot where we just go, 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 too. So they're just saying kind of slow things down a little bit, um, because it's like the faster you go, the more stressed out you're going to become. Um, so they're saying, they're cautioning you to slow your life down. And I'm asking them, what areas are you talking about? And they're pretty much saying everything. Sometimes when we get into the energetic field, you might jump from one thing in your mind, one thing, and not even finish a thought and go to the other. And they're saying just kind of slow things down a bit, and then you will find that you'll still get everything done in the day. And even the thoughts they're talking about too, kind of slow them down just a bit. So that is what comes up for Jax.
Okay. All right. I hope that helped you. I just want to bring this up, Rosalie. You already got a reading, but is Indianapolis in a hurricane state? We are not a hurricane state, but we're in what's called Tornado Alley state.
Yeah.
And we've got a number of strong storms and with the potential of tornadoes coming through right now. So if we lose power, there could be a little bit of a problem, but
Yeah.
so far so good. We're 2/3 of the way home.
Yeah.
So we're moving along. We're trudging through, and your tree is still there. I
No,
take
I'm
it.
looking and it was real still, and I thought, uh-oh, because,
Uh-oh. Yeah.
sometimes, as we know, things will get really still,
Yeah.
and then,
Then all
but
hell
the
breaks
sky
loose.
doesn't look green. It really doesn't look too bad here.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah,
It
but
says light rain here, but I see on the radar that we've got some yellow and red coming in a
yeah,
few minutes. So we
hmm
might be hearing that.
yeah.
In the meantime, uh, let's go to Terry.
All
What
right,
happened to her?
Terry, let's see what we've got going on here. One thing that spirit shows me is almost like, woo, we're going way back, like they call it a blast from the past. And they're showing me that there might be somebody that comes in for you that you haven't seen in years. This could be a love relationship coming in or a friendship. And it just feels like, and we've all done this, where you think of somebody and you'll be like, I haven't seen that person in years, and then all of a sudden they pop up somehow, some way. That's kind of what we see coming up for Terry. Um, and I almost want to say like a reunion, because it feels like there might be more than one person that kind of swings back around, because they're showing me a yearbook. And you know how you have pictures of everybody in the yearbook. That's why I'm getting impressed with it. Could be some sort of a little reunion or a get together. One thing too that comes up for Terry is she would be good at picking up on feeling the energy of objects. So let's say somebody handed you a ring and didn't tell you who owned it or anything. If you held it and just kind of, through your consciousness into this ring, we feel you could get at least 3 or 4 different, maybe about the personality or something about the person who owned it. So that might be something fun that you can work with. Is being able to touch things. And gosh, I keep seeing things. I should have I should have that window closed because it keeps messing with me. But yeah, that would be something fun, and work with it, Tell your friends or something to bring you something from somebody and not tell you anything. And see if you can't. And of course, practice makes perfect. So that's what comes up for Terry.
Okay. Okay, Terry, I hope that helps you. Now let's move on to Candace.
All right, Candace, let's see what we've got going on here. All right. First thing, one thing that Spirit is talking about is, I guess they're saying, kind of think before you speak. So there might be a situation that comes up here in the very near future to where you might want to really lash out and say something to somebody. And not that what you're saying is untrue or anything. It feels like you might be right, but it might not end well for you. And so they're kind of saying use a little bit of caution here in the next week or so. If somebody really pushes your buttons, just try to maybe bite your tongue a little bit, because they're just saying you don't have to set this person straight, because it feels like somebody else will do that for you. And that way, you won't have to, be the bad guy, I guess we want to say. Even though, from what I'm getting from Spirit, feels like this person kind of deserves it. This person feels like it might rub a lot of people the wrong way. So they're just saying sit back and watch the show, is what they're saying.
Mm,
So kind of just sit back and be the mouse energy that we came up with earlier, and just kind of
yeah,
observe and watch the cards fall where they may.
yeah, because karma is real, right? And it's a
Yeah.
bitch sometimes.
Hmm.
All right. How about we move on to Maria? What do
All
you have
right.
for her?
Okay, Maria, let's see what we've got going on here. They show me smile. The more you can smile, they said, even if you don't feel like smiling, smile. Fake it till you make it. And they're just saying that helps your energy. Their spirit team is asking you to really try to raise your energy. It feels like your joy guide really wants to come in and work with you. A lot of people will hear me talk about Irene. She's my joy guide. Your joy guide feels like she's really wanting to come in and work with you if you don't already work with your joy guide. And when I say she, joy guides aren't always like female. They can be male or they can be both, whatever you want. But that's what comes in because they're called joy guides because they raise your energy. And so if you're not already working with a joy guide, there's a lot of right here on YouTube. Google some of these meditations to meet your spirit guides. Because it feels like they're really knocking at your door. And again, if you're already working with your joy guide, then they're going to take it up to a higher level. They're going to really notch it up a bit. You know, and they can start working with all of your clairs, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairgnostic, all of these. Like with me, it starts out as one and then they kind of layer it and add more and more. That's what we see if you want to work with your guides. Because as we know, you have free will. A lot of people go through their whole life and never work with their guides. It'd be boring if they were their guides, you know, just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. But yeah, so that's what comes up is we see that your guides are really just knocking on your door.
Okay. So what are you? Are you what? I know you just get a straight download of everything instantaneously.
Uh-huh.
What is that? Like clairvoyant? Is
No,
that
clairvoyant is like where I see, that's where you see. So they'll either show me a picture, like a flash of a picture. Sometimes they show me a whole movie, but pictures are, it's quicker for them because that's clairvoyance, clairaudient where you hear, clairgnostic is where you just know. And gosh, there's another one I can't, I'm going brain dead here. They'll show me a picture and then they drop a whole concept. And then that's why sometimes it's like playing charades a little bit because it happens so quickly. That's why these are what I call popcorn messages. And so sometimes I might misinterpret maybe the picture. You know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's why they'll kind of back it up with that message. But they do it at lightning speed because of the platform that we're working here. When I do the regular readings up there, you know, people book a read, then the more I'm in their energy, then the more that comes up, then I know how their guides are going to interact with me. All guides, especially like their loved ones on the other side, it's literally like playing charades because I don't know how they're going to express themselves, I guess. And it'll take me a little bit to figure out how it is they're going to communicate with me. Some
okay?
are, you know, some are really straightforward you know, and some are fun and it just, they're all different, just like everybody's different.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's good to know. How about we go to Phoenix? She would like a
Uh,
reading.
all right, let's see what we've got going on here. You're going to, one thing that comes up for Phoenix is they're showing me that, how do we say this? Like you're dissatisfied, like you want to change, and you're going to start with things that you can literally change, like your hairstyle or makeup or your clothes, or even change things in your home. You're just going to find they keep using the word dissatisfied, but we love it because you're able to be satisfied. So the things that you're going to feel like you're dissatisfied with, you're going to be able to change those. It's not like all of a sudden you're going to be dissatisfied because you have short legs. It's not like you're going to be able to grow your legs. They're talking, these are the things that you have control over. And because it's just like we all want a little spice in life, we all need different things at different times. Then, of course, when I said spice, they're like, you might find yourself to where you want to do a little more cooking. I always say that that's what separates the men from the boys is the spices. The good cooks can tell what to put in and what not to. That's kind of where I missed the boat. My stuff can look good, maybe not taste that good. But they just show me her like maybe making chili, things of this nature, but really healthy. And might even just come up and make it all herself. And like me, I'll make a big vat of soup or something because I'm a soup girl. And then I like to freeze individual things. And so that's kind of what we see coming up with her is experimenting more with spices and cooking and things that her body needs. You're going to find that you're going to start to crave what your body needs. And instantly, we love turmeric. Turmeric is very good. You can put it in certain things and maybe not taste it, but that's what comes up for.
Yeah, that's very good for inflammation too.
You know what I
Very
love?
anti-inflammatory.
This is so. I know you don't like cabbage, do you?
No.
Oh man, I'll put a bunch of cabbage in the crock pot. I load it down with turmeric. It's so good. Gives it a
Really?
savory taste. Yeah.
Interesting. Because I know a lot of people just take it as a supplement in a pill form.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's go to Liz. Welcome to the show, Liz.
All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Instantly with Liz, they show me a bee, like a little bumblebee. And what comes with it is they're saying, just let it be. Whenever things get on your nerves, instantly say, oh, whatever, just let it be. And literally, you might see my guide, Irene, when I first met her, I would see this all the time on license plates. I'd see B or BE or BEE. I mean, I would see that on my way to work like crazy, like maybe 4 or 5 times on
Yeah.
license plates around me.
Hmm.
And especially and then when you do see it, instantly, what are you thinking? So you could literally see a bee or a bumblebee or the letter B, but that's your guides kind of coming in. They said for the time being, not always, but and then instantly, what are you thinking? Because it's something about what you're thinking is they're wanting you to re-examine it. And that's how our guides can kind of work. So we love that. And I got to tell you, too, they're kind of showing me like a tattoo of a bee, like a little bumblebee. So I don't know if you have that or if you're thinking about it or someone else. And we also love ladybugs for you, too.
Hmm.
And when I see these are going to be like guides. A lot of our guides and loved ones can bring. People are like, oh, well, that's my grandmother. I see the cardinals all the time. It reminds me of grandma or mom. Feels like her loved ones, somebody's wanting to come in as a ladybug and a bee. So that's what comes in for Liz.
Oh. So don't kill any ladybugs or bees
No,
if you're Liz.
I wouldn't kill them anyway, but people do.
Well, bees, yeah.
I don't. I don't like to kill things.
Okay, Charisse or Sherry?
I was going to say, is she spelling? She's got an extra
She's got an extra
R.
R, yeah.
Huh. All
So
right. All right. So
people
the
don't do
right
that
way.
very
No,
often.
sorry, Sherry Reed. No. I was
She
going to say the
spells it the
right.
wrong way too.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. One thing that Spirit is showing me is that we don't know if you've been tossing around in your head. It feels like you're fixing to clean out a bunch of closets. Less is more. And you're going to find where clutters might start to get on your nerves, even if you can't see it, even if it's in the closet. Clutter will bother me in my closet, even if I can't see it. And that's what we're seeing with you. A lot of it might be books and things of this nature, things that you might have held on to that you think are sentimental. And then you might find, you know what? I don't even really care. I'm just, get rid of it, get rid of it. But they just kind of showing me you kind of going through a lot of books, things in your closet, just less is more. When we do that, a cluttered house is a cluttered mind. You're going to feel better. And then it also can open up to where more things can come in. Again, now, when we say more things coming in, they're cautioning. I'm drawn to some sort of a statue in your home. Um, Again, we would, not to scare you, but we would suggest maybe saging your home. Um, and even little knickknacks, or if they're antiques, or especially if you just bought something from an antique store or a yard sale, Goodwill, something of that nature. Just really drawn to maybe saging. And when you sage, make sure you sage all of your mirrors. Drawn to your mirrors too. Again, not to scare you, because energy, spirits are everywhere. Um, but we're just saying some things we don't need to be lingering around in our home. So that's what comes up for Sherry. Um, is it
Okay.
a tornado alert for you,
No,
Bobby?
no,
No,
just some
thunder.
thunder. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
Which I like thunder. I like thunder and lightning, but
I love thunderstorms. We were talking about that before
oh
this
yeah, right.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them, but not the tornadoes or the hail.
No, no, I can do
Because they're
without that.
saying some places are going to get hail like 2.5 inches, like the size of a tennis ball.
Phew. Boy.
That'd be brutal.
Yeah. Okay, we have Irma. Irma is new to the show. I hope you like it, Sherry.
All
What do
right.
you have for Irma?
Okay, Irma. One thing that we love for you is affirmations. And creating on this world. I know people that we talk about this all the time. We create our own world. So what you are living right now, you created it in the past, whether you know it or not, either consciously or unconsciously. Your spirit team is wanting to work with you on creating your future and doing it in a constructive way. And they're saying just think about what you want with great detail, put a vibration, an emotion with it like it's already happened. And the third step, expect it. And then you have to let go of how it's going to come, when it's going to come. That's what trips people up. Because if it doesn't come in a timely fashion, then they think, oh, that's not working. And then they're back to square one. We would suggest that you try to manifest something that you don't care if you get it or not, like a comfortable pair of pants or shoes. You know, not a life or death, like I got to get this job or I'm going to, focus on something that you don't really care if you get it, and then watch how quickly it comes. You can even do it, and this sounds silly, for like a front row parking spot. If you're driving around, I always say, I'll tell Irene, get me a front row because I'm too lazy to walk. But a lot of times I will envision in my mind, ooh, I'm going to get the second spot from the door. I'll come around, that second spot from the door will be open. So work on things like that. And everybody can do that. It's fun. I'm telling you, spirit can really be fun.
Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. All right, let's move to Nancy. What do you have for
All
her?
right. All right, Nancy. First thing they're showing me is you might be going through a tough time emotionally. Might not be what's happening to you, but it might be maybe happening to someone close to you. If I know that like my kids are going through a tough time, then man, I feel it too. So we're just seeing where kind of a little bit of emotional time coming. I hear spirit say this too shall pass. It doesn't feel like it's going to last a long time. Sometimes things happen in our life that when they happen, we all know this, it feels like oh, it's devastating, it's a bad thing. But then further down the road, we think, wow, that really was a blessing in disguise. So this is something that we see coming up for Nancy. Again, I can't quite tell if it's happening to her or someone she loves. But they're just saying you will find it's going to be a blessing in disguise, and the situation is going to turn out better than what it would have before you think it went haywire. So that's what comes up for Nancy.
Okay. Let's move on to Maria. Maria, welcome back.
Okay, hi Maria. Boy, we've got some good followers, don't we? Our little tribe
Yeah,
been
yeah.
with us for the whole time.
Year and a half we've been on the air.
Gosh, I don't know where that time went.
I know.
Okay, so Maria, let's see what we've got going on here. um, Spirit is almost kind of putting your hair back in a ponytail, and they're kind of saying, hold your head up high. They want you to be proud and walk with confidence. Um, Attitude is everything. And when you think you're pretty and you think you're smart and you think you're great and you're super and you're wonderful and you're awesome, then you are. Well, that's half the battle. And that's what they're saying. Work on the thoughts, the things that you tell yourself. And we love that. And you might find where when you do that, people will really start to give you compliments, like just all over the place. Not that they don't give you compliments now, but it feels like that, wow, compliments are going to just start coming out of the woodwork, they said, for you. And that, again, will help build your confidence. And that will tell you that we really do attract what we vibrate at. So when you're telling yourself, wow, I'm great, I'm super, oh, I look pretty, and then people start telling you that, you see, that's just proof that we are all energy and people read the energy on an unconscious level. So that's what comes up for you, Maria. And again, on the flip side, when you're always down or thinking something's wrong, then that energy comes to you too. So that's what comes up for you, Maria.
Okay. Okay. Just want to remind everyone, if you have specific questions, then make sure after the show in the comments section, type your question down there, and Shari will answer those questions then. The live streams are for general readings, and there are going to be some people that we missed because we are coming up on 7:30 Eastern time, our time, and that is our stopping point where we can get down into our bunkers, hunker down. Just want to let everybody know that the show is becoming more and more popular, and it would appear that a lot of people we're not be able to get to each live stream. So make sure that you click that bell button, the bell icon on the channel, because who knows? Maybe one day soon, we'll be doing 2 live streams a week. So make sure we catch everybody. So keep that in mind. If you're missing out, then subscribe to the show, click the bell icon, and you may have a couple of alerts for shows. Maybe next week, maybe the week after, but will be soon.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, let's go to Kathy.
All right, Kathy. Let's see what we've got going on here. First thing they showed me, and she was writing, Dear Diary. They call it journaling now, but we love the writing for you. But what they're showing me for Kathy, for you to write, is a little bit different. Normally, Spirit will say, oh, write about your emotions and this and that. It's like Spirit wants you to write about your life. And I've always wanted to do this. There's this thing, I think it's called All About Me. Have you ever heard of that, Bobby?
No.
Yeah, and it's all about me, and it's a app or website, and they send you these questions, and then you write the answers. It would be something great to leave to kids or, family members because, my kids don't know half the things about me. That's kind of what comes up for Kathy, is write down like a life journal. Like even now, how much is gas? And it doesn't matter, Kathy, if you're 21 years old or 65. They're just saying write down how much is gas, how much is groceries and rent and things of this nature. It's kind of like a time capsule. You know how they put things in a time capsule? And they said it would just be so
Yeah.
beneficial because they said there's so many interesting things that you could write about and that people would really enjoy reading um, because they're just saying you could be a wonderful writer. So that's what comes up for you,
Mm,
Kathy.
okay. Well, good message, Kathy. All right. Welcome back, Rusty Woodpecker.
Uh,
Welcome back to the show. It's been a
So
while.
funny. I was thinking of him today.
Really?
And isn't that crazy? Because I thought, Rusty Woodpecker, I always remember that name, and I thought, he hasn't been on for a long time. And so, what do you know? Um, all right, so let's see what we've got coming in here for you. First thing that comes up is they're taking me back to John Wayne. As Bobby knows, my husband always wanted John Wayne. But I feel like I'm back in the country and I'm whittling. And they're whittling like something out of wood. Something about wood here for you. Rusty Woodpecker, kind of funny. But we love wood. And they said you would be really good at carving things, making things out of wood. It just is like meditation for your mind. Even chairs or benches or picnic tables, anything, even if it literally is a bird feeder. That it will be very therapeutic for you, and we love that. Being out in nature, anything to do with wood and trees. If you can go walking out in the woods, that will help to ground you, especially when you feel off, when you feel, sad or anxious or anything. Be around wood. That's going to help you. And this is going to sound really crazy, but we're just going to put this out there. Um, if he so chooses, this is something that he could do. A lot of people will go and they will sit down underneath a tree and, just maybe sit and meditate or things of this nature. And people can actually communicate with trees. I mean, I talk with my trees all the time. And they said that Rusty could do that. Sit
Hmm.
down under a tree if you can with the pen and paper and just present a question and just start writing anything that comes to you. Look at Bobby, thinks I'm crazy. I don't care
I'm not,
because
I don't have a comment.
I'm telling you, they're alive too. And they
Okay.
can be wonderful message bearers. Trees can. And that's and you know what, Rusty, you do that and come back on our show and prove Bobby wrong and say it worked, Sherry. I got messages
Yeah.
from a tree.
And yeah, yeah. Tell me what they said.
Yeah. Well, they can tell you anything.
All right,
So
let's
there you
try.
go, Rusty.
Okay. Let's try a couple of more.
Okay.
First, Lorinda.
All right,
What
Lorenda.
do you have for her?
All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Your spirit team wants me to tell you that every wonderful thought that you send out to somebody else, it comes back to you tenfold. So every wonderful thought that you send out to somebody, 10 of them come back and boomerang to you. And you realize that. And they said that the older you get, the more that you do realize that if you're lacking something, if you want something, then give it. And then lo and behold, it boomerangs back to you. This can be your thoughts, this can be your words, this can even be items that you give people. Maybe, let's say you got clothing or something you don't want and you give it to somebody. One man's trash is another man's treasure. You give that to somebody, and then you know what? Maybe later down the road, somebody will give you something fabulous that you really wanted. Just what you perceive is out of the blue, but it really isn't. And that's what we see. Another thing that we love for you is the moon energy. Around the moon energy, that is a lot of emotions that come up. This is when a lot of people might get sad. A lot of emotions come up. But with you, it feels like you really take advantage of that. And if you ever wanted to write poems or songs, this would be the time to do it, would be around a full moon. A couple of days before the full moon, during, and a couple of days after. So yeah, the words and the songs or even the poems would be really beautiful. So that's what comes up for
Okay,
her.
good. Hope that helps you. Well, let's do one more.
Okay.
Newbie, I don't have a first name.
Girlish, I can't even.
Girlish.
That's all right.
Girlish.
Irene, help me. All right, let's see what we're going on here. Okay. First thing that comes up is they're saying, they show me you kind of with your nose to the grind. And they said, just stay in your lane, stay in your lane. It kind of feels like that we might be in the work arena and they're saying, just stay in your lane, do the best you can do. That's all that any of us can do, is the best we can do. And so they're saying, you know, and we all know this, I don't care how nice of a person you are, not everybody's going to like you, you know, but we do see where more people like you than what you think. And what other people think of you really is none of your business. Kind of just like me. I wouldn't want people to know what I really think about a lot of people, you know. I mean, would you, Bobby? I mean,
No,
some things
no.
are best left unknown. Who cares, honestly? And
Right.
that's kind of what they're saying with her, is just do the best that you can do and be the best person that you can be. And we see where that, again, just like the read before her, that boomerangs out. If you want to be known as a loyal person, you know how we go back down to the dog energy, loyal and all this, because it feels like that you really are. They are telling me too, you might have felt like you've been drawing the short straw here lately, but then they show me, wow, you draw a really long straw. So it's your turn. Again, karma is real. And it feels like if you might have felt like you've been cheated in the past, that's all right, because now's going to be your turn to shine. And we see this coming for gradually with little, they call it little sparks here and there in the next several months to come. And that's going to build your confidence. It's going to make your energy brighter, and you're just going to feel a lot more confident is what they're saying. So I heard your spirit team say, keep up the good work. So that's what
Good.
comes for girlish. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Well, it's her first time here. Maybe she'll be a regular and give us her first name next time.
Yeah.
We can refer to her as part of our tribe, right?
Right.
All right. Well, I think we made it through. We
Yeah.
didn't get blown away. So good. We're going to close it down. Sorry, we missed some people. If you have a specific question that you want answered, or you didn't get a reading now, in the comments after the show, type your reading request or type your question. Shari will get to those later on tonight or tomorrow. So you'll get a reading. You'll get your question answered. May not be live stream, but it will be tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, thanks for tuning in for today's show. Thanks to all of our guests who agreed to share their readings with everyone else. As always, if you have a topic you'd like to discuss or a question for Shari to answer, please put that down in the comments section and we'll try to make that happen, maybe even next week. And if you'd like to book your own private reading with Shari, go to psychicshari.com, click on the Schedule Now button. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well. Click on that bell icon. Even if you're a subscriber now, click on that bell icon and you'll be notified when new videos are posted, new live streams are posted. And who knows, maybe there'll be a surprise
Yeah.
live stream one of these days, but we'll
Hmm.
see. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. And we will talk to you again next week.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks
Take
for coming
care.
on.